What's up, everybody? Another day of push and record and talking to y'all. And today we're going to be talking about how to make $5 a day into $1,000,000. This is pretty basic initial starting investing advice, but this one's really for people that are interested in getting into investing and don't really know how to start or don't know what direction. When I started my investment journey, it really started with taking baby steps, because what I've realized after investing for about 5 years, which is not even a long time, but it's been enough to learn some things about it, is that one of the hardest things about investing is your emotions around it. It's really nice when you put money in and it goes up, but once you start seeing it go down, it can really be very stressful. And if you're not used to that, you'll kind of get scared and maybe pull your money out and lose money. And that's what a lot of people do. So you need to kind of educate yourself. And I think this strategy is one of the coolest things you could do, not only for your future, but to actually learn how to get into investing. And with $5 a day, that's less than a cup of coffee, So to say that you can't find $5 a day to invest is kind of saying that maybe you're not budgeting correctly, or you don't know how to cut that money out of what you're spending to be able to invest it for your future. That's maybe eating out a couple times less a week, or making a couple sacrifices that you're investing in yourself. So my strategy would be to take the $5 a day, open up a brokerage account like something like Robinhood, and just automatically put $5 from your account every day, which is Monday through Friday. It's $100 a month. And every day put it into something like the S&P 500, SPY. Those are the ticket symbols. And that right there alone, over the course of a couple decades, will earn you $1,000,000, especially if you continue to invest more than $5 a day. Maybe you'll figure out how to put $10 a day, or $200 a month. And I still work by the strategy. I only invest in things that I can invest dollar cost average into. So really, it's just kind of all my investments are set up to have $20 a week or $20 bi-weekly. And I just have that automatically, and it just continues to grow. And I don't look at it. And something cool like the S&P 500 will give you back dividends, and then you reinvest. So it's making you money and being reinvested, and it just keeps compounding. And especially if you start today or in your 20s or whatever, you'll have more time for it to compound, and that's where the money really makes. I'm kind of in that 5 year, reaching into my 10 years of investing, and all that money that I've put in is just going to grow faster and faster. I'm going to have more and more because I'm putting more and more in. And that's just how it works. And it's so simple. And you can watch how you don't really even think about that money going out. And that's how you start getting into investing and getting your emotions around it, and realizing that the stock market goes up, it goes down, but we don't pull that money out. We ride the wave. Because when it comes to something like the S&P 500 and the overall market, you can get a 10% return per year on average. I mean, some years might be a little higher, some years might be a little lower, but over decades, it averages out to about 10%. So you can look at that and make math. There's calculators online, simple, calculators to see how much money you can make. But something as simple as $5 a day will get you into investing. And after a year, you'll be wow, what if I had put instead of 100, I had put my $1,000, and you could have seen the return like that. Don't get too carried away, because once you start making money, you're oh, this is easy. So you got to invest in things that are actually good financials. What do they say? Good, just good things. You have to, to learn the market, you got to do your research. So that's why I'm recommending doing something like the S&P 500, because that's just tracking the best companies and stuff. So that would be my advice. I think it's very good to dollar cost average, not just throw money into stuff because it's hyped. And I would say follow that, and you'll definitely see a return. There's no way you wouldn't. So that would be my advice if you're looking to get into investing, how to make something small turn into something big for the future, because like you got to start thinking about your future. No one else is going to care about you more than you when you're old. So thinking about having money working for you in the background until you get to that retirement age where you don't have to work. Maybe you still will, but you don't have to. That's really the goal. So that's all I got for this one today, guys. My name is Sai. I'm an actor, creative director, and daily YouTuber, and I help creatives take what they love and turn it into something real and build a life that actually works. So if this video gave you value, give it a thumbs up, please. If this type of content resonates with you, please subscribe. It'd mean the world to me. And leave some comments below, like, what are some other strategies people could use to like make some money, or what are, some good advice? What are maybe some mistakes you made? I'd love to hear that, and I know other people would too. So, and YouTube's popping up these videos on the screen, and they're suggesting that you'll like them, and I know you will. So do that. And yeah, guys, you're not behind. You're just getting started. So let's build this life on purpose. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.